Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Music podcast with your host, Adam Roach.
Hey Adam, how you doing?
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, decent. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Actually, the last time was 2020. 2020.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's been quite a while now. Yeah, 5 years.
I
Jeez.
know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was actually quite that long. So yeah. Time
Yeah,
flies.
actually. So I went through. I think it was yesterday. I had to listen to an interview back then because back then it was all on what do you call it, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and everything.
Yep.
But now it's just on YouTube.
Yep.
So just do face to face. I find it a lot better like that too.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like the personal touch.
Yeah, that's it. But it's funny, when I listened to it last time, it was right, like pretty much when lockdown started, because it was April 2020.
Yeah. We launched that album like in hindsight at a really rough time. It was like end of March 2020 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so it's just straight into the chaos, the global chaos. So.
I know. Yeah, crazy. I mean, we're both talking about it, thinking, we'll get back out playing end of the year.
Yeah, it didn't quite end up that way. Luckily, it's in a better shape now, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. So last time we did speak about how you first started playing guitar and classical guitar, your influences. So I thought today, if we can, just talk about the new album.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Keen to talk about it.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
excited.
So been listening to it all this week. So Deeper Wells of Meaning.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
And I saw you got is it an album launch you're doing in Adelaide for that?
Yeah, that's correct. On the 13th of December at Jive. So yeah, that'll be really, really awesome. We're super excited to play that. Yeah. Just gonna get the launch out there and then see what reception's like and see what kind of opportunities might come of it from there. But definitely planning to get out and play a few more shows and get over, especially to like Sydney and Melbourne and play some shows, Brizzy. So Perth if we can. Yeah. So.
When was the last time you were here in Melbourne?
Yeah, it would have been I think it was maybe 2023.
Okay.
Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm not too sure if I've maybe missed something in between there, but I'm pretty sure the last one was the Wallet Inspector show that I did, unless I'm forgetting one in between there. But it's either way, it's been like a little bit too distant in between shows, so we really want to get back over there on the back of this new album for sure. As soon as possible, but nothing set in stone just yet.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll look out for it.
Yeah.
So that album launch that you're doing, is that you guys playing the whole album, or is it just like selected tracks?
Yeah, we're going to play pretty much the whole album, just minus minus 2 tracks. Yeah,
okay.
Essentially. So we're just we're leaving out 2, but we're playing the bulk majority of it, and then just getting in a chunk of older songs as well. So stuff from Costly Signals and Delight and Despair and stuff. So yeah, we'll do like a bit of a mixed bag on the night, but it's going to be pretty new album heavy, pretty Deeper Wells heavy. Yeah, so it'll be good. Like we're really, really pumped to play the new stuff for sure. It's it's been exciting. It's been kind of brewing away, and we've been rehearsing quite a bit leading up to it just to make sure it's feeling nice and comfy. So it's gonna be a heaps fun show.
Oh, it's great stuff. I mean, the whole album's really good. Love it.
Oh, thanks.
So I know did you do many like guitar overdubs? I know there's a few things going on in there, but
yeah, definitely. Like I guess like the songs in it took a little while, like the recording process for it. So we're working on it over the course of a few years, pretty much like between like demoing all the sort of tracks and then like getting them into pre-pro and then getting drums done and then us like taking our time to add all the sort of layers in over the top and everything. It sort of started with like less kind of like overdubs and less loose layers, but it grew with a few more things. So a few like cheeky, like little like lead overdubs and stuff like that, and a few ambient sort of things. This ended up kind of like coming in like towards the end of the recording process. It's like, that would probably sound pretty good here. Once you're hearing all the vocals and the harmonies and stuff, and you start thinking of things to balance with it.
Yeah.
Ended up having quite a few of those moments on this album. So yeah, it's pretty guitar part rich, which I'm happy about, of course.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I've got pretty much notes about most of the songs here, but just overall though,
Yep.
the quality of the sound and Mitch's vocals that really blew me away on this album. I mean, I knew from the old albums he could sing, but this one, just the different variation of his styles of singing, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, definitely. We were like really, really stoked with the whole process. Like, from sort of start to finish. And I like it. There was some songs where it was like we had really keen ideas going in from like the demos, and then other stuff we kind of workshopped a bit. So we definitely like took our time to kind of like get the right sort of sounds we wanted on like those lead vocal parts. And of course, we had like a Sam Vallon on this time for mixing it, and he pretty much took the role of like a co-producer to an extent as well. Like he really developed a lot of things from a more mixing and producing engineer perspective, and of course he does look like I believe it's still the majority of the writing side for the instrumentals, at least in Caligula's Horse. So he's got the songwriter aspect to it, and it was like actually just such a good pairing, in the mixing process, because it was fantastic having that like extra, like really well, really well sort of like experienced sort of producer brain alongside the mixing process. So there was a few things where he was like, yeah, maybe we should add this in, or I've done this little tweak to the vocals here, and what do you think about this? And really, really became super beneficial. So it was awesome working with Sam on it, especially. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Is that the first time he's done with you guys?
Yeah, it is. We've been like mates for quite a while, like over the years, and played a lot of shows with Caligula's. So yeah, it's one of those things where we've like had a good like friendship over the years, and played a bunch together, but like never worked like professionally, I guess, with each other on something. So like that was really, really cool getting him on board with it. So it was an awesome experience, and I think the mix really like benefited from it, like, and the overall product. So
definitely. The mix is great. Like you can really hear everything. I have my headphones on. Here.
Nice. Yeah,
it was great. Just you hear everything. So it wasn't
awesome.
I'm a guitarist myself, so I love to hear the guitar, but it wasn't overpowering. Like all your notes were really clear.
Awesome. It felt like a good layer cake, like when we were talking about the mix, where it was like, everything's just got a spot, and it's like all stacked really nicely, and it didn't feel like there was too much of like a mixture or a muddiness going on in particular sections, and they were pretty like dense arrangements in certain parts, so there's lots of stuff going on, and he really managed to like get everything balanced out nicely. So that was super awesome.
Because I find that a lot, especially like more of the heavier type songs or riffs, I'd say, it can get quite lost in the mix, some of those things, but I found in this case it wasn't the case. Really it was very clean.
Oh, awesome. No, for sure. Well, like, definitely kudos to Sam on that, like in having probably having to deal with like heaps of my sessions and sending stuff over to him. So he made a way to make everything work. It was a really good outcome in the end. Super stoked on
it. That's good. So just going over to some of the tracks. So number 2, the Few and Far Between.
Yep.
It's, again, Mitch's vocals in this song, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And did he do all the vocals on the album? Did Mitch do all the backings as well?
He pretty much did. There's a couple moments where I like joined in on one or two parts with him from memory. Maybe only one part. I think in a kind of like semi kind of choiry sort of backup sort of thing. Right. So still mixed in with Mitch anyway. So he like 99.9%, I guess, like realistically of all the vocals are Mitch's, and then there's like tiny little bits maybe where it's a part of a group layer, but everything that's like a direct harmony and pretty much everything is all Mitch on that. So he's a man of many voices.
Definitely. Because some of the harmonies, especially that track there, it was really it was different. It wasn't like your typical I'm going to the third or the fifth here. It was like
definitely. No, that like that's why I think this time around actually it was a bit different in the sense that I actually was able to record all of Mitch's vocals like in the room with each other. So we ended up doing it this time because I got a really decent mic not too long ago, and maybe about a year ago or something, and figured like, well, I'll have a crack this time at like recording all the vocals, and getting them all sort of like, kind of edited and getting everything ready for sending off, because it was a lot of stuff, and because we still wanted to develop ideas as we went a little bit in the recording studio, we didn't want to be locked down to also being like, okay, we got to go to go to a studio and then be down for like a day's worth of fees and then not get much done. Like it's sometimes for the creative side of things, if it's like a little less productive on a certain day, but it's in your own like home studio setup, then it's it feels a lot less less of a burn, than paying for a studio for that like afternoon or whatever it is. So like so I think the things like the harmonies and then choice of tones and things like that, it did take a bit of a process to get there with it all, but we were able to just take the time with really finding the right notes in the harmonies and getting the right textures and retaking stuff if we needed to after the fact. So I'm super stoked, and then Mitch's performances were fantastic on the take. So I did a great job, and he's got a really great way of finding good melodies as well. Like I might have something in mind over a section if we haven't got something solid there, and then but then quite often Mitch would come in, he's like, I'm thinking this sort of passage on this thing, and be like, all right, like that's probably better than the idea. I had awesome. So then we're just kind of bouncing off each other a bit in the process. So I think it definitely worked out really well, being a little bit more hands-on with the vocal sessions, Yeah.
Now, I know we did speak about this last time, but Mitch's vocals, this still amazes me, the way he does those clean vocals and the, what do you call it, harsh vocals, or what do you call it? It's just incredible. It really is like two different singers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's funny because we kind of like give sort of, I guess actually like sort of like certain like character names, you know what I mean? So it's like if he's doing the grunting stuff, it's kind of like the old man voice, and it's kind of getting into kind of this like, oh, like, like old whimpery. And so we sort of have like, or it's like more, like I guess you're sort of like super clean, like, might say for like falsetto-y stuff, it's like the like sort of like Justin Timberlake-y sort of like, like we've got the kind of like almost like character characters in mind, in the recording studio. It's like, oh yeah, this might suit the old man sort of texture thing, like less harsh and more just old man spoken. It's like, and then he kind of gets in character. So so there's like, it's funny that it's kind of almost like that as well, I think with Mitch, where it's like, all right, I'll do this sort of voice for this thing, and he's able to really intertwine all of them together pretty well.
Really good. I don't know how he does it. And then also this song, your solo, I think you can really hear your Malmsteen influence in this.
Oh yeah, it's got a few harmonic minor licks in there. No, definitely. That was fun. Like this again, it was actually like the solos in few and far between, like those like kind of back to back with the vocal sort of leads that happen in the middle of the song. They were kind of like also sort of it naturally came about due to how the vocals were getting structured, and it was sort of like, oh, maybe I'll start with a bit of a lead here and then go into vocals, and then we're kind of like mapping out the vocal stuff. It's like, oh, like there's actually so much room in here. It's like, well, maybe I'll go back to a lead there and we'll get a bit of a call and response thing kind of going on. And I was pretty stoked with how that turned out, but it wasn't the initial sort of plan, song, it was planned to be a lot more vocals in that section, but it was like, oh no, we'll just trade off some leads and vocal passages.
It worked. It was great.
Oh, thanks, man. But definitely a bit of the harmonic minor-y Malmsteen inspo on there.
So track 3, Serum Sickness.
Yep.
Now this one, I reckon, really the drums in this one. It's Liam, isn't it, drummer?
Yeah, Liam. Yep.
Drum playing in this one. It's amazing.
Oh, definitely. Like some super crazy rhythms, and this is one of the tracks that's like was like a fundamentally Neil written track as well. So Neil did all the structuring and riffs and that sort of stuff. Did all the got all the meat and the harmony and main bulk rhythms together. But as always, things like get shaped a little bit more as a group as things go on. But that was one of those like kind of like classic energetic, like Neil kind of melodic banger sort of song, like good like sort of triplet mid tempo pop. And that one's always heaps of fun to play. Yeah, just because of that sort of constant groove throughout it. But yeah, Liam's under a bit of stress for sure.
Yeah, and he also noticed that Neil had a playthrough on his on the YouTube page.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely. No. He shredded it up. Yeah.
So did he actually write it out, or was that like a program just writes out?
Oh yeah. Well, we pretty much we'll like either like start writing songs within Guitar Pro or transcribe them later on. You know, and I think like with that sort of stuff, we pretty much have everything mapped out MIDI already. So yeah, he was able to I think grab the sort of pre-written tab that we've already had from the files, you know, and just kind of play along with it. So it's pretty awesome.
That's good. Yeah, I'd love to see like a drum play along for that song too one day.
yeah, definitely. No, well, I think that there might be some more drum playthrough things in the pipeline. So So Liam might get some stuff out down the track. So keep eyes peeled.
That's good. We're up to number 4, Anatomy of a Cloud. So now this one here, I noticed you got the arpeggiated type piano part.
Yep.
And it's like you take over type thing with the guitar. Is it like a similar type riff? The piano?
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty much like a unison sort of style thing. Like, and again, actually, that's a Neil song and Neil riff as well. Like where he had this like pretty cool piano lick, and then it was doubled up on the guitar part, and but it was like, to be honest, it was like a punisher to learn that as well. It was like, all right, got to play this kind of fast and clean. So that was like, a bit of a tough one to get out there initially and get comfortable with. But it's a ripper to play. Yeah, real fun.
I was going to say, I mean, it's like the whole section is like an exercise. You give these students like
definitely. No, not the easiest thing. It took a bit of like working out. It's like, all right, how am I exactly gonna phrase this? You know, like where am I gonna get a bit of a reset in the right hand and make sure I can get this kind of consistent and clean, like you know, and all the time try to make sure it's not too much of a risk live and that sort of thing. Get it punchy in the recording. So he's mold over that riff a little bit for sure, just to make sure it was executed, you know, nice and groovy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're allowed or if you can give it away, but do you know, is this song we played live?
No, this is actually one of the ones we're not playing.
Okay.
That is, so it's unfortunately that's one of the ones we're not playing live. But I think being like, you know, we don't have a like any live keyboard player. We haven't had a live keyboard player for a little while now. So that one was just one of the ones that was a bit more piano heavy, and we're like, you know, probably could do without that, maybe just because it's a little bit bit too backing track heavy, maybe. I guess we can skip on that one. But we really love that song, and I especially love the outro, you know, and how that developed in that song. Like personally, it's one of my favorite sections in the album. So very very happy with that.
That's awesome. Then a statue of time and depth. Now this one I wrote down here is the timing at the start. It nearly sounds like it's the record's jumping. You know what I mean? Where's that one?
Definitely. No, it's that is probably like the biggest kind of overall like rhythmic proggy onslaught. You know, I think that song on the album. Personally, just lots of ridiculous changes, and like lots of crazy stuff going on. Like you know, when that song was originally getting developed, like I was like, you know, it was getting written more like as a group, like that song, and it was one of the kind of earliest standing ones, but it took a long time to get certain sections like in the right place, you know, because it was so weird where it was like, like I really want to spend time on the arrangement side, you know, and make sure it's really elevated and nothing feels too jolty, because it really can with those sort of rhythms, you know. Things can feel, like you said, it's like that, like you're getting that real skip feeling out of that, like 11 time signature or 13-8 or 11-8, those sort of time signatures, those like prime numbery, you know, have that tendency to have that like joltiness. So, you know, it was one of those ones where I was almost skeptical on like how it was going at points in time, because it was like, is this really gonna work, you know? And but we spent a lot of time on that for sure, and on the kind of arrangement. And now that song actually I really do love, like the kind of big up and down sort of journey it takes you on. So pretty happy with how it turned out, but it's absolutely confusing. Like I'm still kind of get taken off guard by some things in that, but yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. So that is that is another one that we're just not playing live. So pretty much those two there.
Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but actually I'm really keen to play Statue of Time and Depth live though down the track. Like yeah, that's one that I think will be a really, really fun one to get down. But it is a bit of a stressful, progressive, crazy song with lots of things going on. So it's been a little while since we've been playing like really regular shows, and so we figured maybe we'll just like de-risk slightly on Time and Depth, and then just go with like a real nice, comfortable. Still stressful, but stressful, comfortable.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's good. Now, how about so Dream Persuasion? Because you got that what do you call it? The instrument, shamisen?
Yeah, the shamisen. Yeah. So Noriko, who recorded with us on that. She's a fantastic shamisen player. And yeah, it's essentially like a traditional Japanese style instrument. And that was another track that Neil wrote, and he actually wrote that in like a night or two. Like he wrote it. I might not have even been that quick, but it felt really quick how fast he wrote that. And he because the idea was prompted by essentially I think it was Liam's dad mentioning about like seeing her perform and being like, oh, we should reach out and see if she wants to do something together. It's a really cool instrument. And I think Neil was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, and got really short-term inspiration and wrote it out. And yeah. So that track was a really fast turnaround, and definitely not as stressful of a play as like a Time and Depth. A bit more 4/4 and a bit more straightforward fun. But yeah, really, really awesome to feature the shamisen, and especially lucky enough to have Noriko. Put the performance on there.
Yeah, is she from Adelaide?
Well, she's originally from Japan, but she's sort of like lives in between sort of Japan and Australia, and I think mostly Adelaide based. Cool. But I'm not exactly sure if she's still fully Adelaide based either. I know she's quite often performing and traveling around. So but yeah, she was at the time she was in between Adelaide and Japan. Yeah, quite a bit. So we're lucky to manage to actually get her to come down and do the song, but especially taking part in the video clip as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So that was really cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I played with a Japanese band earlier this year called Tokyo Groove Yoshi, just like a three-piece. That was really good, but just the ways of playing, the like scales or anything, it's completely different, isn't it? Like
for sure, yeah. And the shamisen is like a totally, like it's essentially like a fretless, instrument, and so it's kind of like a closer to having the pitch control of like a violin or cello or something. But definitely the traditional music is different and catered entirely to those sort of sounds, so I think as well, like, that was where like Noriko also sort of rearranged a couple of bits where she's like, this would probably suit better for my playing, and be able to sort of tweak things, because of course, like, none of us like have a great understanding of like how the shamisen works, even though we're songwriters and we arrange stuff for lots of different instruments, but it's we're still definitely shamisen noobs, so it's just
can't know everything.
No, well, like she definitely had some really awesome input on there, and like it was super cool working with her. So we're very thankful for that.
Yeah, that's good. And then we go to the last song, so Impulsivity.
Oh yeah, Impulsivity.
Yeah, this one, those double bass drum, and even your the speed picking.
Oh, yeah.
So another one I reckon is going to be good live.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, we'll be playing that. That's a really pretty fast paced one. It's kind of floating around that sort of 2:30ish mark, and like fluctuates a bit, but it's a really on the toes tempo for us, like, you know, as a band. So that's a really, really fun, energetic one to play. But yeah, I just really need to make sure my trem picking's feeling feeling nice and tight. So yeah, I'm glad we're not playing that, like, you know, first thing in the set. So
so warm up to it.
Yeah, warm up into it for sure. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun. We like and initially came up with the intro riff and that sort of like, well, that main intro riff was just something jammed at a jam with Liam and Neil, you know, like kind of had an idea and like, oh, we should try this out here and put this together. And yeah, it went away and just transcribed that, and then kind of built on it slowly over time. So that one was cool. It just felt like a really nice, like, you know, classic kind of proggy, sort of like long but, you know, heavy sort of journey song. So I was pretty stoked with how that ended up coming out. And yeah, that was another one where there was just a few more of those like overdubby parts, you know, like the main kind of melody in the middle section of that song that I played, and then kind of like reprise it, you know, like 16 bars later or whatever. That middle section melody was something that was a pretty last addition as well, you know. It was sort of started to work with it, and yeah, just kind of like bounce it off of the vocal parts. Another one of those cool things that came about, because once you hear all the vocals in place and ready, you're like, oh, now I've got this idea to balance that out with the guitars. And yeah, so that was a really, really fun one, and a lot of fun to play live for sure.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing it.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, hopefully my trimming can keep up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. but overall, though, yeah, again, just fantastic album, and all those parts we spoke about, just everything, all your guys playing, just incredible. So.
No, thank you. Thanks heaps. Like, yeah, really, really appreciate it. We're just stoked to get it out there, and yeah, it was a lot of time in the making, but you know, if you know, we're definitely in that opinion of if we do it, we want to do it right. So you know, we took the time, and now we're just happy to get it out there. So yeah, really excited for the launch in a few days.
yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully next year, like I said, you know, get some shows down here and
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely dead set keen on that. So yeah, I'm sure we'll have something in store. So yeah, just we'll everyone in Melbourne keep eyes peeled.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be back in no time. So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, thanks very much again for your time. And sorry, I didn't realize the time already. It's so quick.
Oh no worries. Yeah. No, my pleasure, Adam. Like, thanks heaps for having me on, man. And it was like really good to catch up again. And yeah.
We'll do it again soon. Hopefully, when you come down, we can catch up in person.
Yeah, definitely. No, we'll have a quick jam, like a coffee or something. Yeah. Quick warm up before the gig. Yeah.
That's it.
All right, sick. That sounds
great. Thanks very much.
No worries. Cheers, mate. Bye.